Hello everybody. So as you know, staying on top of your game while keeping your customer happy and keep your business from growing can be hard. There is more to prepare, more to remember, and more processes. So it's kind of difficult, nearly impossible, unless you have good processes and management. And what better way to do this than have an integrated system between your front floor and your back store while keeping up with your inventory. Hello everybody, we are Isabelle and Rosalie, and today we'll talk about how to improve your order preparation for shops. At the end of the session, we'll have a Q&A session, so don't hesitate to scan it now so that you can add already questions during the presentation, but don't worry, this screen will come back up after. All right. As you know, in this sector, there are a lot of challenges. Today we will not cover them all, because there is a lot, and they will also be talked about during other talks, but we will cover the main 4 challenges in this industry, which is technology integration, customer expectation, cross-channel order fulfillment, and efficient inventory management. So cross-channel order fulfillment. So most of shops nowadays have multiple channels to sell their products, whether it's from physical stores, e-commerce, or via marketplaces. And here the main issues are that it can give an inconsistent and inefficient experience for your customers. And you can also have redundancy in your processes. The customer expectations are also getting higher and higher. They are expecting good quality products and services. And if their expectations are not met, customer satisfaction, loyalty, and brand perception will fall. Inventory management is as well super important, because if you have too many inventory, you may not sell them off, or if you have too little, you may not meet the demand. And especially in fast-paced industry such as the shops. And of course, technology integration. If you don't have that, you may have redundancy in data, which is make it harder to analyze. You have less automation, which leads to reduced efficiency. Can you remember the problem that we had when we started our business?
Yes, how to forget? It was 2 years ago when we decided to open a business together. We named it Cake and Cozy Mornings. As you might believe, all the beginnings are difficult, and if we add to this that we needed to face the challenges that Rosalie just mentioned, it was the opposite of a cozy task. But well, even though we didn't have much money to invest at that time, neither the proper tool to manage our order preparation, we decided to go for it. Because as they say, if you don't risk, you don't gain, right? So we started delivering cakes on demand to our friends, and also to special events that were happening in the area. So our delicious cakes were actually being very known in the neighborhood, so we started to grow a lot. So it's when we decided to take a step forward and give another services to our customer. It's when we decided to open our local shop. So now we can offer 2 different services. One, that the customer can come to our shop and they can enjoy our little branch. So we offer 2 different menus. One of them, of course, with one of our delicious cakes above other products. And then we have, of course, the second service, that is the one that we started the business with. So the cakes on demand. So as I was mentioning before, as we were growing a lot, we really needed to start looking for a tool to improve our order preparation management and to give the best services to our customers. Because do you remember, Rosalie, when we lost that order that was taken in paper?
Yeah, that was such a nightmare.
Indeed, what a nightmare. Thanks God that it was one of our friends, and we were able to retrieve that order. But actually, that bad experience make us realize and help us to take the action to really start looking. So luckily, Odoo at that moment was everywhere in our neighborhood. We were seeing like a lot of cars going up and down, and then a big billboard was placed outside our town. So it seemed like the universe was telling us to check out Odoo, and it's what we did actually. We did a bit of research, and at the end we decided to go for it to have a more integrated system to our flow. That being said, let's see how we manage our business in our database. Oh, sorry. So in this first part, we are going to see the service where the customers come to our little shop and they enjoy the brands. So for that, we have actually, as I mentioned it before, 2 different menus. We have the salty menu and the sweet menu. We want to keep it simple, and of course our customers, they are really satisfied with it. So let's check it out. If I take this salty menu, I can see that the product type is combo, and then the sales price is 20 euros. So this menu in particular, with all the products that I will decide to have inside, is going to cost 20 euros to the customer. Thanks to this product type configuration for the combo, we have this little tab called Combo Choices. Here actually is very convenient because you are going to be able to structure your menu. On our side, as you see, we have an appetizer, a main, a hot drink, and a cold drink. It's sufficient, right? Quite complete. So in here, it's very nice because we can not only see the structure of the menu, but we can also see already the numbers of product that we have inside. So this means like the number of choices that our customer has inside each category, let's call it. So of course, I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'm just going to open one as an example. So if I click here in appetizer, here you can easily add another product from your catalog. I'm not going to do so now because this week we have this omelette and bacon on omelette and salad. We don't want to add another one. But also here, if I would like to, because some weeks we have a bit more of fancy products, let's say, so we can add truffle or salmon. You know that now everything is quite expensive. So we put a bit of price extra. So the price extra that we add here, actually that one, it's impact in the 20 euros that we set up in our salty menu. All right? So let's keep it this way. So also here we have some products that of course it's really important for us to have a good traceability of our stocks. But for other one, actually, we do not need to have traceability of it. For example, here, we do not need to have traceability for the salad. Why? Because depending on the person who is preparing it, it can take a bit more of lettuce, a bit less. So for us, it really does not make sense to have a good traceability of it. And also, it's a fresh product, so we make sure that we order this every week or every day if necessary to give the best product to our customers. But then, in the contrary, for the omelette and bacon, we do want to have traceability. That's why we are going to click on it. We are going to see how we have it configured. So here I have my omelette plus bacon as a product type storable. And then I have here my sales price, now 9 euros, sorry. So here it's really nice because this price, of course, is not going to impact my product combo price. So the 20 euros are going to be keep that way. But if I want to sell this product individually, that of course that happens in our business quite often. This product specifically, this omelette plus bacon dish, is going to cost 9 euros. So the customer will pay individually 9 euros for it. Quite nice, right? So also from this omelette and bacon, as you can see, is composed for 2 different products. So we really want to know what ingredients we are using when cooking this dish. For that, we have a bill of material that if we open it, we can see that for when we cook one of these omelette plus bacon, we use 4 quantity of eggs and 2 units of bacon. So this way we are making sure that we have a good traceability of our stock. And of course we have it as a kit. This being said, let's see, I'm going to check first the quantity that we have today in our stock to see how many omelettes and bacon can I produce today. So if I come back here and I'm going to, my eggs and bacon. So here you see I have my 3 products. So I have 58 units for my bacon. I have 146 for my eggs. If it's possible, try to keep this amount so later we will see how it has been impacted our inventory after doing the sale. And of course I have my omelette and bacon. And here probably you are wondering, why do we have unit of this product if it is something that actually we need to cook in our kitchen? So indeed you are right, this is quite convenient and it's really good for us because thanks to the kit configuration that I did in my bill of materials, Odoo is calculating that with the amount of products that I need to just cook one dish and the amount of stock that I have of these specific products, is telling me that today I can cook 29 units of this omelette plus bacon. So actually this is super nice for us because every morning we can know more or less how many dishes are going to be able to provide to our customers.
That's super handy, but there are so many options. How can the cooks know what to cook?
Indeed, good point. So, well, as you might know, and in most of the restaurants they do it this way, we have 2 different areas. One where we prepare the food stuff, so it's more kitchen related, and then the other one that it's more bar, so we only prepare the drinks. So for that, what we did, I'm going to go to my point of sale, and I'm going to go to my preparation display. So here, we can create as many preparation displays as needed, but in our case, as I said, we just use the kitchen display and the bar. So if I go in one of them, and I click on configure, here we can choose the point of sale that we are using. In our case, we only have a shop, so it's quite not relevant. And then we have the product category. This is the important step to configure, because thanks to this, we are saying that only the food and inside the menu are going to be sent to this specific kitchen display. So this is super nice, and it helps us a lot to have a very good traceability of everything. Also, regarding the stages, here we have 3 different stages: one to cook, one for the cooking, and then ready to serve. So also, you can add as many as you want if necessary, but also something that I would like to highlight here is the alert timer. So in this case, we have 0 in here. Why? Because I want that my kitchen, it takes the order the sooner it enters. So I want to have just 0, so like that they realize later, and we will see how this impacts in our flow. It realized that they are late, so the sooner they take it, the better, of course. And then for cooking 10 minutes, we need to give them time, of course. So for this, for these product categories, it's very important actually that in your product, if we go to, I'm going to take again the menu, for example, but you will need to make sure that all your products are correctly configured. You have this tab of sales tab. So in here, of course, you will need to make sure that your product is categorized under the correct product category. And these ones are the point of sale product category, all right? And of course, make sure that it's available in post, because if not, you are not going to be able to see that product on the front end of your post. So then let's jump. I'm going to just check with you the one that we have for the restaurant, but it's exactly the same. The only difference here is like the product categories, of course, is just drink, because it's the bar, and as we said, we only want to prepare the drinks. So perfect. That being said, let's jump now. Yes, let's open our point of sales, and let's see how we manage our orders.
Before you do an order, I see that you have here a time and a person. What does that mean?
Indeed, this is super nice. Actually, we just include it in our restaurant. It's what we call the online appointment. So this is very convenient for us. As you see, we have a section of some tables that we would like to kind of have for people that they want to reserve in advance. So for everyone that wants to come and make sure that they have a spot, because as I said, we are very well known in the neighborhood, they can have this option and book the online appointment. So quite nice, right?
Yeah.
Also, one thing here, as you see, we have different colors. So this is also really nice, because for our people, for our staff, this is really convenient, because they can already know the ones that there are more, the ones that there are regular tables, and the ones that we like to kind of reserve for those ones that do a reservation online. But well, I'm not going to explain today like the online appointment. For this, you have a talk tomorrow, actually, if you are interested on how to configure it at 10 a.m. in what it's new in online appointment. So you can take it out there. Or you can just come to the booth and we can take it out together later. So now, yes, let's see that we are going to receive our customer. Today, our customer is going to be Rosalie. So good morning, Rosalie, welcome.
Good morning, thank you.
So what would you like to take today?
I think I'm going to have to take the salty menu.
Okay, nice. With what?
The bacon.
Okay. The dish of the day, as you saw, is 40s today.
Oh, perfect.
All right.
And to drink, I think I'm going to have the green tea and the orange juice, please.
Nice choice. Let's add this to the order. So as you see now, we have the salty menu here. So this is very convenient, because already from here we can see of what it's composed, of course, what our customer have chosen, and also you see that we have different colors. Why is this? Because we have the menu itself, and then the products that compose this menu that are in green. Odoo is telling us that we can send this to the preparation display, so we have that option. So you see, it's very nice, because if you have like a waiter that it has a lot of work, and maybe he or she forgets to send the order to the preparation display, she can quickly, or he can quickly take it from here, just because of the color of the product. Quite nice, right? So I'm going to send this to the kitchen. Also, before clicking here, you see in the button here in the order that although it's already like dividing like the categories, it's already reading the different categories that we have. So we have 2 drinks and then 1 appetizer and the other one. So this is actually thanks to the product category, as I mentioned before, that is going to be sent to the right preparation display. So now, yes, let's send it. Perfect. Let's see now how our kitten will see this order. Voila. Like here, you see we have this order. It's super convenient because we can also see here the number of the table and the number of the order. So, and also the person who is in charge of this order, so who is in charge of this table, who is taking the order. So in here you see that my kitten now needs to prepare 1 omelette plus bacon and 1 quiche of the day. And also here, in this case, you see now it was more than 0 minutes. So now it's a bit red and it's telling me, please take it as please, like it's above the time that I want for my kitten to react and start cooking. So it's saying, okay, you are 1 minute late, please move this to the next state. So I'm going to do this. I will click on it and it will just go to cooking. From here, actually, I'm going to cross this one, the quiche of the day, because we don't need to cook it. This is something that we do in the mornings, like beforehand. So the person in the kitchen just needs to go, take the piece, and put it in a plate. And then, of course, for the omelets and bacon, they need to prepare it. But let's say we have a very efficient kitchen staff, so it's already done. And like that is how you will manage how we manage actually our order preparation. Quite nice, right? Everything is super integrated, everything is very smoothly, and we have a very good traceability of it. So here also in ready to serve, this means that we are going to give this order to the table. We are going to serve it already to Rosalie. But imagine that you have a lot of orders and you would like to have here a clear view. In this case, I only have 2. But if I will have more than 2, then you can just delete it if it's bothering you from the view. Okay, or even reset it. If you, for example, realize that you took the wrong order, you can just reset it and send it to the first state. So as you see, we have a very good traceability of everything. Before proceeding with the payment of Rosalie, we are going to just check together the one for the bar to see if the product has been sent correctly. And if we open this one, yes, we have it here. We have the green tea and the orange juice. So it will be exactly the same. It will be exactly the same process. The only difference here is we only have 2 stages because it's kind of quicker, let's say. So here also I'm saying that it's 2 minutes, where it took me to change this order to the next state. So I will say it's ready and it's served already to the table. So now, perfect. Let's go back to our point of sale and let's check if Rosalie wants to take something else. How was it, Rosalie? Did you enjoy?
It was really good, but thank you, I'm full.
Nice.
But
yeah.
I think that I have a customer loyalty card with you guys.
Indeed. So for that, we are going to select here the customer. I'm going to search for Rosalie, and I will select it as a customer. Indeed, we have a loyalty program set it up. So here you can see that Rosalie today is going to earn 20 points thanks to this purchase that she did. So super nice, because at some point she will be able to use one of our discounts. So now let's say yes. We register these points, and now we are going to proceed to the payment. So this process probably you are already familiar with it, so I'm not going to take long time. I will just select bank and validate the order. This one, it takes a bit more time. Okay, perfect. So here, super convenient as well, we have the email, as we have selected Rosalie and we have it already as a customer in our database with an email address. Here we already have the email. We could modify if necessary on the fly, but this is not going to be the case. So I'm going to send a receipt to Rosalie by email, because actually in our restaurant we try not to print a lot because we care about the environment. So I will send it to her. And that's it. I will just continue with the other orders the same way. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check how my stock has been impacted with this sales flow. I will just go to the backend. And here, a very important point, I'm not going to close the session. Why? Because in my configuration of my point of sale, I have that I want my inventory in real time. So for that, you just need to go into configuration settings. Make sure if you have several point of sale, of course, that you are in the correct one. Scroll down, and here, okay. Sorry, developer mode, we need to have it activated. And now, yes, we will see the inventory management. So in our side, we have real time because, as I said, we use it a lot. So we go a lot back and forth and check our stock. But if it's not necessary, you can just take it at the session closing. Just take into account that the stock will not be impacted till you just close the session at the end of the day. So now, yes, let's go to our product again. And let's check the eggs and bacon. So indeed, as you have seen, like we have 1 unit less of omelette and bacon, 4 units less of eggs, and 2 units less of bacon. So as you see, taking Odoo for us, it has been a life-changing. It will improve a lot our preparation order management and our efficiency, like managing also the inventory. We will see now how we manage for our second services, that it's the cakes on demand.
Yeah, so as we mentioned, we don't only do the cafe, we also do the cakes. And it's very important for us. So here the goal is that our bakers can see at the beginning of the day every cake that they need to bake, and so that also a customer can have a lot of choices in order to make their sales. So first of all, I'm going to show you how we manage that through configuration. Because, you know, the quality is very important for us, so we want to have the exact recipe for every cake. Some people call that bills of materials. Let's take my lemon meringue cake. This cake, I know how to make it the best way. So I want to make sure that every employee is going to use the same ingredients, the same components. So here I've just written down everything that I need to use in these cakes with their quantity. But as you guys know, there are multiple steps in making cakes. They are preparing the batter, and then there is baking the cake. So here I'm making the 2 separate operations so that I can check out the time that it needs for both, because you know it's going to impact my cost. Let's check out the batter. This one, you know, because we have a lot of cakes and we have some new employees sometime, I want to make sure that I have all the steps needed to make the perfect cake. I can just add that into my recipe, and this way I'm sure that everyone has access to that. You know, we are covered. But that's not all. You know, as we mentioned, we had some issue in the past with order preparation, so now we need to make sure that all of the cakes are prepared when the customer comes. And the best way to do this is that we want the cake to be baked the day before. This way the cake can still be fresh, but it has the time to cool down. How can we do that? Well, we added 1 day of manufacturing lead time. It means that if I have a need for in 2 days, it needs to be baked tomorrow. So this is quite handy, and just by doing this, I have the perfect cake. Now, I want to make sure that every sale that I'm going to do is going to trigger a manufacturing order, so a demand of baking. And this I can directly do from my product. I have here in my inventory multiple routes that I can choose from. As I mentioned, these cakes are solely prepared in our shop, so I'm not going to buy any, I'm going to manufacture them myself. But I want to make sure that every sales is going to trigger a manufacturing order, as I mentioned, so I'm going to choose replenish on order. So if I don't have it in stock, it is going to create a manufacturing order. So that's quite handy. Now I can jump into my sales application, because as we mentioned, we have multiple ways for the case to be bought. Customer can just call, they can go on a website, or just come by the shops. Here the customer is calling me, so I can just directly do a sales. And it's Brad Pitt that's coming by, and he wants our famous chocolate cake. As simple as that, I now have the customer that's going to pick it up, and I have the cake that he wants. But I need one more information. It's when is he going to pick it up? I can actually choose that from other information. If I go all the way down, I have the delivery date. This date, we are going to use it as the pickup date. Directly from going here, I can choose when he's going to pick it up. For example, he's going to come on Tuesday, and he's going to come at 2 p.m. I'm just going to apply it, and I have my delivery date. As soon as I'm going to confirm it, I'm going to have my delivery, so the pickup time that is going to set, and my manufacturing order because of the replenishment on order. If I go check on my delivery, I have my scheduled date that's indeed the same one that I set on my sale order. This way I'm sure that I know when the customer is going to come directly from there. And on my manufacturing order, if you remember, I wanted this to be prepared one day before, so on the 13th. And indeed here on my scheduled date, I have the 13th at 2 p.m. This way I'm also sure that I know exactly when I need to prepare that. And it's quite handy.
What about those who prefer to order online?
Yeah, because we have made a cute e-commerce, they can just directly go there and they can see all of the cakes that we have made available in our e-commerce. They can directly choose from here. What do we like to have as cake?
Let's take the peanut butter cake, please.
That's a good choice. So directly from here, I can just add it to my cart and then directly process to the checkout. Here, I can also choose my pickup date, which is also going to be on the 14th, and I'm going to say at 10 a.m. Can apply, and then continue to the checkout. I'm gonna pay, and voila. Here, my payment is going to go through, and as soon as that's done, my sale order will be confirmed in the backend. Just takes a bit of time, voila. And if I go check, indeed, in my sales, I directly have this sale order that has been created for Isabelle for this peanut butter cake. And we did mention that she was going to come pick it up on the 14th at 10 a.m. It's directly here, and we can also see the impact on my delivery order, also the 14th, and one day before for the manufacturing order on the 13th. So we are covered.
But wait, how did you manage to put the delivery order, to have the same delivery order in the sales order?
It's actually quite handy. From the website configuration, you can directly add an extra step to your checkout. Let's check it out together. So here on my configuration of form, I can see that I can edit this extra info tab that I've added. And directly from there, we have a lot of possibility of field that we can add. And we also have existing field, and these are fields that are directly from our sale orders. And by filling it in, it's going to automatically fill it on the sale order. And as you see, then it's okay for delivery date on our delivery and on a manufacturing order. That's nice, right?
Super nice, super handy.
But that's not all. As you know, we have a little cafe, so we want to make sure that people that comes in it can just, buy our delicious cake. And that's also why on our floor, we also made a front desk. This way, when they are coming, we don't need to use a table for that. They can just come in. Here, because we sell less cake than the other menu, we don't put it directly in the menus. So I can just go back to all of my product and go to my cakes. And here I can directly see. I'm gonna have the lemon cake, and that is for our good customer, Danielle. The same way he's going to pay, here he's going to pay by cash. Once again, he needs to tell us when he's going to come pick it up. And that's when the ship later option comes in hand. So here we can directly choose when he's going to come. This is the only place where you cannot choose the time, but for us it's actually not a problem because we are open the whole day. So here he's going to come pick it up tomorrow. I can confirm it and validate it. Because our shop is also in real-time inventory, if I just go into the backend and then I go on my order, I'm gonna see that I've indeed already a transfer that's been created, so the delivery for my customer Danielle, and this is for tomorrow. But we can see that it's waiting another operation because the cake is not yet ready. And that leads us to manufacturing. So all the cakes that need to be prepared. It's super handy. Because directly from my operation manufacturing order, I can see all the cakes that need to be prepared, so all the order that I have. As the manager, I can just come here and check what needs to be done today. So here we can see that I have a little bit of delay, but that's okay. I'm just going to select these three, and I'm going to plan them, so that I know that today, that's what my bakers need to do, and so that everybody knows what to do. Handy, right?
And for your bakers, they are going to see this in this view because it's not very convenient for them.
No, we are actually going to make them use the shop floor. As you will see, the shop floor is very similar to the kitchen display. So that if I have a cook that sometimes needs to go in the bakery, or a baker that needs to be in the kitchen, they're not going to be lost. It's quite similar in how they work. And here I can see all of the orders that I have for my cakes, but for like the whole time. So it's quite handy. But if you remember, I had planned my cake.
But it's 1 hour, eh? Is
I
1
have
hour
planned,
of no, no, it's
I
a
can
1 hour
just
of
check
talk.
everything that is planned. So my bakers, they can just check here, okay, that's what's planned. If you remember, we also had some operation that we did. So preparing the batter and then bake it. So I can either directly here go from the workstation, which would be the same if I was to go here. Here I see that I still need to prepare the batter for these 3 cakes. Well, I'm gonna start with the lemon meringue cake. Just by clicking on it, I can start the timer, which is actually quite handy because it's going to help me to see the cost that I'm gonna have for that cake, and that's also going to allow me in the future to have the best price possible for that specific cake. We can also see all of our ingredients directly from here, which is super nice because then I can just go and pick it up in my kitchen and just cross everything that I've used. And if I'm like forgetting what needs to be done, I can just click on my worksheet and I see the steps that I've put for that cake. So it's super handy. As soon as I'm done with this, I can mark it as done and it's going to fade away to my oven steps. Now we can see that I have to bake this cake. Once again, I can just click on it and the timer is going to go on. This way I'm sure that I'm not going to over bake it or under bake it. When this is done, of course, naturally, I'm going to make it go a little bit faster. I'm just going to mark it as done and then close the production. As soon as I close the production, the product is going to come into my inventory. This way, I'm sure that I have everything.
And what about the people from this? How can they know which cake is for the correct customer?
Yeah, so like my waiters, they need to have the shops open, and then they can also have into the inventory app. They can go check to the deliveries. So I can either check all of them that are ready. You can just go here. Here I can see, like what is ready. So that means for which one I already have my cake baked, and I can give it to my customer. Or if I have a lot of cakes to bake, I can just directly look for the contact that I want. Okay, here Danielle is coming in. He's telling me that he needs his lemon meringue cake. I just go pick it up. As soon as it's done, I can validate it. It's taken my order out of my system, so I'm sure that everything is good. And also because customer expectation is so important to us, we also added, like a little automation to make sure that they receive an email so that it can give us feedback and so that we are sure that everything was perfect.
That's really nice, very convenient. And what about the inventory? How do we know what needs to be ordered and when?
Yeah, so directly from the inventory application, we have a screen called replenishment. From that screen, we can see everything that we need to reorder. So it's super nice. Of course, that's not the only product for which I'm tracking my stock. So if I were to remove this filter to reorder, I would see all of the products for which I have a stock. But why do I only see the 3 to reorder? Well, it's actually based on the forecast and on the reordering rules. So it's super handy. Let's say, for example, this butter that I need to reorder. I can see that my forecast is different for my own hand. And why is that? I can go check directly, and it's because I already have orders of cakes that are planned for the future. This way, yeah, I know exactly how many grams or kilograms of butter I'm gonna need. So this is super handy. And I can also add minimum quantity and maximum quantity to butter. Butter, well, in cakes you have to use quite a lot, so I want to have minimum 4 kilograms of it. But it's still a fresh product, so I don't want to be over 6 kilos so that I don't have to throw them away. But like my supplier, they only sell it by 1 kilo, so I can also here just add it so that I'm sure that I'm, like ordering the correct quantity to them. And this way, just by checking the forecast, they can tell me that I should order 4 kilo. But because of the multiple quantity, I'm going to be a little bit over the 6 kilogram, but it's okay. Because, Odoo is just telling me with a warning sign that I'm going to be over the 6 kilo, but I'm okay because I need to buy them by 1 kilo for that specific vendor. So I can just, keep them on. And it's just the same. I have my forecast and my reorder. can just select everything that I need to reorder and directly order from my replenishment. And here we see that indeed I don't have anything to reorder anymore. What happened? Well, I have a purchase order that is being made, and so I can just, like confirm it, receive my products, and this way I'm sure that nothing needs to be done. Just so that we can see what happened, if I were to remove this reorder button, I can see that the forecast quantity for my butter is now indeed higher because I've already made this purchase. So if I go check here, I can see that I have all of these by my order that needs to be taken out, and I have this request from quotation that's for 4 kilogram, and so I have a forecast for 6 kilo. So it's super handy. I'm always at every moment sure of what needs to be ordered and what needs going to be used in it. So I have a very integrated system that can be used. All right, so I have a very integrated system.
Sorry for that. Apparently, there have been a mistake.
What?
So we are going to finish the talk right now. We just go to here.
For real?
We are sorry for that. For the question, if you want to, you can come into the booth, and we will be happy to resolve all the questions that you might have. It's the point of sale or sales booth. Okay, you can come in there. But basically, we can say that thanks to the technology integration that Odoo offers and the right configuration, we can manage all of our sales processes, our inventory management and order preparation, and also our customer satisfaction in a more efficient way. And we can say that our business have never been so effortless and our customers have never been so satisfied. Thanks a lot for listening, and see you in the booth for the questions. Sorry.
Thank you very much.